This is a blockbuster announcement. The Supreme Court has voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. This decision just came down. It's a 213-page decision. You've got to read through all of that to find out if there are any dissents, who dissented, what precisely they said, and is this ruling precisely the same now as the draft that was leaked earlier.
Hello everybody, I am at home today, but because of what just happened with the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade, I didn't want to wait anymore, just even a moment, because I needed to talk to you guys like right away. And I know I don't go live anymore like I used to, and that's because the way it got on social media became so toxic that I had to pull away, and God was telling me to do that. But today I am here because I can't wait for schedules or anything. I just want to talk straight to you because of what my dad prophesied regarding abortion and the Supreme Court back on February 22nd of 2014. And so before we do anything, or before I go into this anymore, I'm going to play that prophecy for you, just a clip of it. And then I want to just talk about a few things. And so feel free to comment, feel free to email me as well at codebreakers@thehouseofdestiny.org. But watch this quickly and then I'll come back.
I am restoring the fortunes of Zion. I am restoring the fortunes that were the inheritance of my people. I am restoring the fortunes of those that are elect of God and had been stolen from. You shall eat your delicacies again, and your children will no longer be your food. You shall not use them and take them out of the womb anymore, says the Lord. Watch how I change everything, for there shall be those who are in justice, and there are those who are in a strong position. I'm just hearing this now. In the highest court in the land, the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, two shall step down for the embarrassment of what shall take place. For I wish to place in the highest court in the land righteousness, and they shall attempt to put others in to endeavor, to reach their endeavors. But God says, hear me tonight, hear me today. I have this whole thing planned out according to my will. For it is now time for me to restore the fortunes of Zion. The fortunes to those that had it once, you are going to get it back. This is my promise, says the Lord of hosts. Give him a shout.
Okay, so every single time I watch that prophecy, it's like I hear new things, especially that particular segment. So what you need to pay attention to here is, first of all, my dad was prophesying about abortion and then saw the Supreme Court. And he didn't even realize it was the Supreme Court. He was hearing highest court in the land, highest court in the land. He's shouting, what's the highest court in the land? It's the Supreme Court. So just the fact that he was seeing abortion and the Supreme Court together in that moment is just, it's prophetic enough. Okay, so I'm going to actually read little bits of it, of the prophecy. I have it here in front of me on my phone. And if you want to look at these prophecies, you can go to your app store and you can download the House of Destiny app. It's in Google Play and Apple. And there's the prophecy database in here. And it's got keyword searches. You can search any word. And so I'm using that app right now on my phone to pull up this prophecy because I want to read to you from it. So what he said was, now what you just heard, like right before that, he was talking about restoring the fortunes of Zion. And he was saying, I am restoring, and this is God speaking to us too, I am restoring the fortunes of those that are the elect of God and have been stolen from. And I think especially Christians right now, understand the depth of what that means. Because there's also a whole accordance with Israel, but right now I really think that he was looking at America and he was looking at what was going on. That's what God was showing him. And he said, the elect of God have been stolen from. And you shall eat your delicacies again, and your children will no longer be your food. You will not use them and take them out of the womb anymore. So the interesting thing to me about this is not just the fact that he's speaking about abortion, but he's also speaking about being used. And I mean, we've heard some crazy rumors about things that they're doing with the remains of these children who've been aborted. Obviously, there's the things like the organs that are being sold. I heard, I don't remember who it was, but somebody got on a hidden camera, someone employed pretty high up. I don't know if it was with Planned Parenthood. I think it was. You guys will be able to correct me. But they were saying, oh, well, I could get a Lamborghini for a baby's heart. So this, and I just to even say those words is upsetting to me, but that this is the kind of conversation going on tells you the morality of society in general right now and where we are, that people are doing that. Now, of course, everybody's not like that. These are extremes. But this is what's going on, as well as what we've heard about adrenochrome and the pineal gland. And what are they doing with these babies? And these are questions that we have to ask. And it's difficult what I'm saying to you. And it's dangerous even what I'm saying to you. I'll probably get censored. But I have to say it because my dad saw, no longer will your children be your food. No longer will you use them and take them out of the womb anymore. So not just, getting an abortion isn't using the children. These babies, and this is what I'm seeing in this prophecy, are being used. The remains of these children are being used for something nefarious. I don't know how extreme it is. I don't know everything, but I know that that's important, because why would God have said it that way? No longer will you use them. No longer will your children be your food. What is that? If you look at the welfare system and the way it's set up, that people are reliant upon the government, and then the government will take care of you. And then the issue of civil rights. But what about God-given rights? What about the rights that God has given every human being? It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't even matter your religion. God gave you that free choice. And human beings are now putting together what is called man-made law to control you and tell you what you're allowed to do and not to do. This is not a partisan thing. Right now, the abortion issue is a partisan issue because they want it to be a partisan issue, because that's how they control you. That's how they do it, because everybody doesn't have the time to sit and read stacks of books and get all this education and understand everything. And you know what? It doesn't matter how much education you get, because I've never seen so many educated fools in my entire life as what I have witnessed. And the behavior of people in reaction to a law that is putting, again, the power of the people and the voice of the people back into the hands of the people. That's what the Supreme Court just did for you. They gave you freedom, and they have allowed the states to vote. The states' voices, the majority of the people in those states, are saying to use our taxpayer money to pay for abortions, when we morally cannot justify that. I don't want my money that I pay taxes in, to pay for abortions, because I believe it's murder. I believe there's a better solution. I do have compassion for women who are in difficult situations. I do have compassion for people who have found themselves, perhaps their parents are going to disown them, or women are going to go into back alleys. You know what? There's women going into back alleys doing all sorts of things right now, and there's no reason for children to have to die for it. No reason for innocent lives to have to go, because our ministry has found homes for not only children that were not wanted, but special needs children who need physical help for the rest of their lives. Those children, there are homes for those children. And as Christians, we need to stand up and fill that gap that Planned Parenthood has filled. We feed the hungry. We take care of these women who make mistakes. It cannot be that abortion is used as an excuse for birth control, because that's what it has become. And the degradation of our society is seemingly beyond repair if there are people who are going to go to the homes of Supreme Court justices and threaten their lives, and politicians going out there and encouraging violence, yet they are not accused of insurrection. When I have seen more insurrection when it comes to political leaders on issues like this, you want to talk about incitement. These politicians are inciting violence towards Supreme Court members, and that is it's not a bipartisan thing. The Supreme Court made a decision to give the freedom back to the people today, and that is what happened. And the people should be celebrating that freedom. And if there are people who want to have abortions and are freaking out because you have to travel to another state to do it, and then not to mention this idea that people can't afford to go and get the abortion or can't afford to have the children, killing the baby is not the solution to that problem. Killing a baby is not the solution. We have to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and we have to step in and help people and not be so judgmental when someone gets pregnant, because that's why this is led this way. There is a responsibility to the church. So anyway, I'm very upset about this. As you can see, I'm very worked up about a lot of it. But I'm also telling you that God showed my father that this was going to happen. No longer will your children be your food. You won't use them anymore. You won't take them out of the womb anymore. And in the same breath that God showed him that, he showed him the highest court in the land, that two will step down from the embarrassment of what will happen. And that's something we haven't seen yet. But we will, because I am blown away, specifically this day, February 22nd of 2014. I tell everybody about that day so many times because God showed my dad so much that day. And it was on that day that he saw this. He saw this coming. Now, my dad was a prophet and he was a human being, and he saw through a glass darkly like we all do, but God showed him just enough. He showed him just enough that this is the season we are in. And now is the time to get on our knees, humble ourselves before God, and pray. Because the devil is manifesting in a way I have never witnessed in all of my life, nor have I ever heard of it. Where you cannot walk into the streets of America without seeing the manifestation of what the enemy is trying to do. But I know that he is going to fail. He's going to fail. And it doesn't mean that a bunch of people are justified now in doing anything violent. Stop being violent. Nobody has to be violent to anybody. Nobody, ever. Not anywhere. We are civilized human beings, and we should be intelligent enough to be able to sort this out without banging each other over the head. And so that's what I have to say about that. And I just want to encourage you guys. And I know a lot of people are feeling as passionately as I am today, and it's not a judgmental thing. We're not trying to send a bunch of people to hell. We're trying to stop them from going there. That's what the Christian heart is. Whatever disagreements Christians may have between each other, we understand this. We understand how sacred life is. That God said, I knew you before you were born, and I formed you in the womb. That means that is a life. That is a life the minute that conception happens. There is no excuse. There is no 6 weeks. It's a life. So find another way. That's what I'm saying. Find another way. Okay, I think I'm done. So that's my rant for today, because I couldn't keep my mouth shut anymore. Everybody jokes, even you guys know my dad used to joke about me and how God gave me such a big mouth. Well, I used it today, and I hope, I probably will get into trouble. But I have a good heart. I have a heart of compassion and forgiveness. I believe in redemption, and I believe in America, and I believe that we can get through this. And so I love all of you, and I'm praying for all of you, and pray for me, and we'll pray for each other, and we have to pray for these people that are out there doing these things, because it's to them that we're called. The ones who are blinded and bound, it's to them that we are called. So how do we reach them? Because so far it's not working so great. But the good news is that God is intervening, and he always wins, and he always prevails. And so anyway, my thoughts and my prayers are with all of you. I love you all. And please don't miss current events tomorrow. Mom and I are going to be talking about the One World Government and the World Health Organization, all that stuff going on. She's got some incredible insights on that, my mother does. So anytime we sit down to have that chat, it's very interesting. So don't miss tomorrow at noon, current events. Well, it's noon California time, so you guys figure out the time zones. But anyway, it'll be up tomorrow, and have a look at that. And I love you all. See you then.